When you have a self-abandonment wound, you tend to do two things, right? You tend to do two things too much. The first thing you do is you abandon yourself. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. You abandon yourself by doing things that put you in the back seat. Like, you yourself, you are your last thoughts. When you get into situations, you're not your first priority because you've always been abandoned. And the second thing you do is you overlook when people abandon you because to you, it's normal. Because to you, it's all you've ever known. When you have a self-abandonment wound, you think it's okay when people treat you like crap, forget about you, come back to you, and try to make it look like nothing happened, and they don't address the wounds that they have caused you. Because you've always been treated that way. When you have a self-abandonment wound, you are not your priority. Oh, and let's not say that you get into a relationship and you have a self-abandonment wound. The icing on the cake is if the partner knows that you have a self-abandonment wound and tries to use it against you. Now that's a devil. Now that's a demon. And I don't want to get to it, but there's a lot of demons walking on the streets. People who have self-abandonment wounds grip too hard because they're scared of being abandoned. But then they forget that whenever they grip too hard to the next thing, they lose grip of themselves. And it is super sad when someone has a self-abandonment wound and gets into any type of relationship. I'm talking about friendship. I'm talking about courting, whatever it is. They tend to be less concerned about themselves. And they're always on to the next person. And usually when people have that, it's because they've always had to be their own couch. Like, they really didn't have anyone to rely on when they were growing up. And I usually would say that it's not best to try to involve yourself in so much when you have this wound because it can tear you down. Because you can literally dig a grave for yourself if you're not very self-aware. Maybe in one of my videos, I'm going to give an example of what someone who abandons themselves would do if they're in any type of relationship and they had the choice to choose between themselves or the next person. And let's guess what the person is going to do. Trust me, they're not going to choose themselves because no one ever chose them to begin with. So, it's a very dangerous thing to go out there walking on these streets looking for someone when you still have this kind of wound open inside of you. You need to work on yourself so you don't bleed onto other people. What's worse, so you don't dig your own grave thinking it's love. If you resonate with this and you want to work on yourself and you want to work with me, the link is in my bio.